Good, happy Sunday evening. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, police ask people to avoid Pinderville due to 3-alarm fire. Firefighters from several towns are battling a 3-alarm fire in Goffstown. Massachusetts plans rattlesnake colony in Quabbine Reservoir. A plan by the state to establish a colony of venomous timber rattlesnakes on an off-limits island in Massachusetts' largest body of water has some rattle. Customers urged to call 911 if they smell gas following Liberty Utilities incident. Officials in Keene are telling customers to call 911 if they smell gas following a problem with Liberty Utilities gas system. Wanted man leads police on high-speed chase in Salem. A wanted man in a hospital after a police pursuit involving more than a dozen officers in Salem. Conditions improving for Great Rotary Fishing Derby next weekend. The ice is improving for Meredith Rotary Club's rescheduled ice fishing derby. Boats battle in annual robotic competition held in Concord. Middle and high school students from New Hampshire and Vermont came together in Concord Saturday for the annual New Hampshire VEX Robotics competition. Motorcycle vs. car crash in Salem sends one man to the hospital. One man is in the hospital Saturday after a serious crash on North Broadway in Salem. Americans spending less lobster to Canada as processing grows. America's lobster industry is sending less of its catches to Canada as processing grows in New England, and the growth could have widespread reinfections for consumers who are demanding more lobster products every year. 3 people displaced Saturday after Manchester house fire. 3 people are temporarily homeless after a fire burned their home in Manchester Saturday. Candy man charged with arson. A 59-year-old Candy man was arrested Saturday and charged with arson, officials said. UNH student arrested in Durham stabbing. 2 men attending school at the University of New Hampshire were arrested early Saturday morning in connection with a stabbing that occurred at 17 Mulberry Drive. Route 106 back open in Loudoun after being closed for over 10 hours. The State Department of Transportation says a car accident involving a telephone pole closed Route 106 in Loudoun near the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Snowden speaks remotely to New Hampshire Liberty Forum crowd. The New Hampshire Liberty Forum drew hundreds of people to Manchester for a question and answer session with Edward Snowden. AMRC's spike in opiate overdoses. American medical response officials said 12 of 42 overdoses in February were fatal, surpassing the worst month on record. Update. New Hampshire primary source. Record first in the nation primary turnout confirmed. 542 to 459 votes cast. The final voting numbers for the New Hampshire presidential primary are officially in, as Secretary of State William Gardner had predicted, it was a record turnout. Donald Trump still dismanned with RNC despite South Carolina primary win. GOP frontrunner Donald Trump again said he was being treated unfairly by the Republican National Committee despite his overwhelming win in the party's primary in South Carolina on Saturday. Uber driver accused of killing 6 in 3 separate shootings in Kalamazoo, Michigan. A 45-year-old Uber driver was arrested today after allegedly opened fire in 3 locations in Kalamazoo, Michigan, killing 6 people and injuring 2 others in what police called complicating random acts of violence. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday night. Good night, everyone. Bye.